challenges militating against us. You are aware of those challenges which you have always highlighted. We have furnished you with information, including the history of Chitez, the challenges we have encountered for the last several decades, right from the inception of Chitez in 1996 as a small dump site and subsequently into an engineered facility in 2021, and the fact that we have always struggled to make it a functional landfill, but to no avail. All that journey we have shared with you. You've got those years we presented way back in January when we visited Chitezi and put the country on a red alert that a catastrophe that was about to befall Uganda. Indeed, it came to pass. That was January. January, to be exact, 9th January, we did that. Since then, we are not seated, and we have been presenting reports and information to Council, some of which reports we will share with you. You'll have them. There are reports even which were presented to Council way back in 2021 by the Deputy Lord Mayor here, a detailed one with quite lofty proposals, instructive recommendations to chart a way forward on the management of the solid waste in the city. They were presented to Council. What happened thereafter, it will be on another occasion when we shall bring out that information. There are detailed reports we made to Parliament, the dossiers we presented to Parliament regarding the culpability of particular individuals in the institution who are responsible for this tragedy. You recall we were on record saying this tragedy was never an accident. It was as a result of recklessness and criminal negligence, if not fraud. We are on record on that. And we furnished you with evidence. We challenged the people to account for 4.1 billion annual allocated towards maintenance of Chitez. To date, no accountability has been furnished. We appeared before Parliament. Parliament constituted a committee to investigate the matters. Nothing happened, and we are still waiting for the report. The Deputy Lord Mayor was there, furnished Parliament with the evidence, a glaring evidence, and many of the technical people who appeared with her there looked, for lack of a better word, crestfallen. Some of them had to bury their face in their palms with utter shame at the revealing evidence that was presented before Kosase by our colleague here, the Deputy Lord Mayor. We moved all over within the metropolitan area, searching for alternative sites for garbage disposal, in search for a solution to the crisis we are contending with right now, garbage piling up in the city. We even launched a campaign, 10 days of hands-on operation, get the city rid of the piles of garbage. Our efforts were thwarted by logistical challenges. You remember you came here and we told you Total had decided to stop fuel supplies on account of failure to honor our obligations of clearing our bills, which had piled up to the tune of 2.1 billion Uganda shillings. We did not stop at that. We've been insulted by even people who ordinarily should be our colleagues, mayors of different municipalities, mayors of division urban councils. And indeed, the accusation has been, why are you working alone? Everybody, including friends and foes, they all agreed that we are in the field working, but they were accusing us of not working with others. And we said, when a house is on fire, you don't send invitation cards for people to come to rescue. If you feel moved by the crisis, you don't need to be compelled or invited. There are even those who sat in their offices, but the Lord Mayor is not invited, but they are there in their local chairs, shovel chairs, swinging. He has not invited me. For heaven's sake, who invited the catastrophe? You ask many of the people who are complaining, a single day, they visited Chitez. They are in their chairs, armchairs. They have not even gone to Chitez. Actually, you will be shocked. There are people in the city here, throughout their life here as leaders, they have never visited Chitez. They are asking, why are you not inviting us? Should I carry on my head to take you to Chitez? We did not tire from proceeding with our duty. Now, the day for making a report came. Initially, management had not given us a draft report. But Monday this week, when the council was yesterday, there is a draft they gave us as a working document. They called it a discussion document. We have it here. If you want us to share it with you, it's okay. We got it on Monday when the council is on Tuesday. I sat down with the colleagues and worked around the clock and polished it up. For us, we used it. Indeed, we used it as a working document. I had to burn midnight candles to prepare lofty recommendations for action by council. Very unfortunate. Melodrama was all that we witnessed yesterday. Very, very unfortunate and regrettable. What had we intended to do is what we are telling you now, in light of what transpired yesterday and all what I've just highlighted. A snapshot of what we have gone through, which I have given you. Guided by all those as SEC and the Office of the Lord Mayor. Failing to get the pronouncement of council yesterday on these matters, and also not getting the reports from all these agencies of government investigating, Parliament, IGG, and others. We had wanted council to take drastic measures, to join us in taking drastic measures, to take the bull by the horn and take action. What action? Nothing else but action. That's what we wanted. And we had prepared our good report with clear recommendations. Very frustrating. So, today, what we had wanted council to do yesterday, we have decided to do it using the powers vested in the Office of the Lord Mayor. Number one, we have issued a directive to the Executive Director and Management in the following terms. Here it is. I'll read it verbatim. Wanted this to be issued by council, but now that council is characterized by theatrics, we are doing it in the interest of the people of Uganda, Kampalans, and all of us. The state belongs to all of us. This is the directive. Directive number one. Acquisition of land for establishment of waste management facility. This is a directive addressed to the Office of the Executive Director, dated today, from the Office of the Lord Mayor. Following the unfortunate occurrence of waste slide at Chitez dump site on 10th August 2024, a series of engagements at institutional and national level were conducted to manage the aftermath of the tragedy and also seek for short and long-term solutions to the solid waste management challenge in the city. Amongst the resolutions by Cabinet was disbursement of Uganda shillings 16 billion from the contingency funds for inter alia acquisition of an alternative land for establishment of a waste management facility. Subsequently, KCCA through its procurement unit, that is PDU, Procurement and Disposal Unit, issued an advert with reference to this on inviting potential bidders to express interest for the same with the clear specifications, amongst which included the following. This was an advert which was issued on the 28th day of last month. And these were the specifications for the land required. Number one, it should not be less than 200 acres. You'll get copies of all this directive. We've processed copies for you. Not less than 200 acres of land. Landowners having a clear, unencumbered, and absolute title as evidence of ownership. The land should be located not more than 30 kilometers from the central business district. There should be at least a distance of 200 meters from the boundary of land to the residential areas, schools, hospitals, and other sensitive land uses. The land should not be located in an environmentally sensitive area such as wetlands. Not located where major highways would be used to ferry the waste or garbage. This included Entebbe Road, Entebbe Expressway, Masaka Road, Jinja Road, Mpigi Expressway, Bombo Expressway, or Jinja Expressway. Those were excluded. The land should not be prone to waterlogging or flooding, protected zones or near water bodies. Proximity to existing infrastructures such as drainage, power, and water supply is an added advantage. The planned procurement schedule rolled out by the PDU was as follows. Number one, publication of notice of expression of interest in the papers, Wednesday, 28th August, 2024, that was done. Closing date for receipt of expression of interest, Monday, 2nd September 2024 at 10 a.m. 3. Evaluation of expression of interest, Friday, 5th September 2024. And finally, display of shortlist, Monday, 13th September 2024. Today is 18th. You note that. Today is 12th, rather. 18th. Today is 18th. Sorry, I have to correct this. Today is 18th. And the deadline was, the day for declaring the winner of the bid was Monday, 13th September. You'd be intrigued to know what happened. This is the whole story, the untold story. And this way explains the theatrics and the melodrama unfolding. In the course of acquisition of the same, the State Executive Committee was informed by the Executive Director, Madame Dorothy Saka. In its meeting, that is second meeting, convened on the 28th day of August 2024, that management had set up a land acquisition committee led by the Director, Physical Planning, Vincent, I don't know which other name. Yeah? Biendai Mahira. I have a problem pronouncing that name. Vincent Biendai Mahira. That is the committee established by management for land acquisition. On the 9th of September, the Minister for Kampala designated Honorable Chofa Togabye to join the same committee. But prior to that, the Lord Mayor, myself, had already designated the Honorable John Mary Sebufu, who is here, the Line City Minister for Planning and Civil Works, with the duty of overseeing the process for and on behalf of the State Executive Committee, which is within the mandate or docket of his ministry. Note this. This was not an additional assignment. This is his ordinary work as the minister. 2, he was not assigned the duty of looking for land. No. He was assigned the duty to oversee the process being done by that particular committee and the PDU, because it's our duty as the Executive Committee under Section 14 of the KCC Act to oversee directorate performance and so on and so forth. The State Executive Committee, through Honorable John Mary Sebufu, the line Executive Secretary, wrote to the Minister seeking for the terms of reference of the said committee, to which a response is yet to be made. This is a committee which did not have clear terms of reference. And courteously, we asked the Minister politely, may we know the terms of reference of this committee? We are yet to be favored with a response. However, the State Executive Committee reiterated its position, grounded on the existing laws, that the aforementioned committee should play a purely an oversight role, which is anchored on the principle of eyes on, hands off. We said, notwithstanding the fact that the committee is established with no clear terms of reference, at least for us going by the principle of hands off, eyes on, our Executive Secretary will stick to that mandate. For purposes of transparency and for purposes of transparency, probity, and effectiveness of the oversight role of the City Executive Committee and other committees, the Office of the Lord Mayor, in a communication dated 12th September 2024, tasked management to furnish the State Executive Committee with a progress report at every level in the procurement process. This is what we did. In that communication, written by myself on 12th,